Integrating a gender lens into program design and management. Gender transformative approaches are aimed at creating gender equality, creating equal working conditions for women and men, and promoting shared control of resources and decision-making. Let us look at how Vikas, an NGO, designed their program intervention. Vikas, an NGO, is conducting a Mela for women farmers in Jalgaon district on the occasion of International Women's Day. They have invited over 500 women farmers to launch a new initiative called Mahila Samriddhi, where women farmers would be trained on sustainable farming practices and also will be provided free seeds. On the day of the event, they have set up a booth for spot registration of women farmers for the training in Amravati for 3 weeks and another booth for spot registration for free seeds to be provided to eligible farmers. They are excited about this new initiative as this is their first program exclusively for women. The event begins at 9 a.m. and there is a huge turnout of farmers. Despite their extensive campaign, about 75% of the farmer turnout is that of male farmers. There is a huge chaos. The program staff is having a tough time explaining to the male farmers that this program is exclusively for women. And on the other hand, the women farmers are having challenges in registering themselves for the training program as it would not be possible for them to travel to Amravati and that too for a period of 3 weeks. Most women are upset that the NGO, despite knowing the challenges that most women farmers have, designed such a training program. At the end, the event turns out to be a major chaos and everyone, including the male farmers, the women farmers and the program staff, is upset. After the disappointing turn of events, the program team came together to analyze what went wrong. They came to the conclusion that the program design should have been better. One of the team members suggested that they do a proper gender analysis before going back to the farmers with their new intervention. Why is gender analysis done? To understand problems and opportunities in the field and plan interventions that are beneficial to both women and men. To expose the barriers to women's full participation and economic development. To make decisions and implement projects and programs that promote gender equity. To identify workable strategies and solutions to address gender gaps. Step 1 involved developing a strategy. The program team listed out the gender-specific involvement in various activities, the opportunities and the barriers in the sector which influence the impact of the proposed initiative. Through this process, they identified who does what in the value chain, male and female farmers, workers and others. Who has access to what resources? How do these resources influence the effect of the intervention? How can the program improve the circumstances and opportunities for women? Step 2 involved stakeholder engagement. The program team engaged the various stakeholders of the program like the Mahila Sarpanch, women self-help groups and other women groups that could positively impact their intervention. They explained the program to all the stakeholders and understood the various challenges in the program and also the past initiatives of other organizations. Through this process, they identified which stakeholders are relevant for program implementation, who is represented in leadership positions in both the workplace and the community. What drives different stakeholders to participate in the intervention? Step 3 involved a governance structure. Who decides what and who holds leadership positions? How does the number of male and female members affect their responsibilities in the value chain? What are the various laws and policies on gender equality? Step 4 involved project reporting. What are the external risks and circumstances that could affect the project? What are the project target and activities? How to measure the project impact? Step 5 involved implementation. Who has access to which information on the value chain or landscape? What are the knowledge or capacity gaps faced by women and men? Do the program partners need gender training? What tools or interventions could be used to improve gender dynamics? Step 6 involved learning and innovation. What kind of data is required to be gathered and at what frequency? Who is responsible for the collection of data and what resources are necessary for this? To what extent do the lessons learned capture the gender opportunities and barriers previously identified? Some of the strategies adopted by Vikas included building knowledge and skills in agronomic practices and functional digital and financial literacy at a place convenient to the women, providing access to credit linkages, extension services and relevant government schemes, forming women cultivators into self-help groups or SHGs, sensitizing the community on the role of women cultivators and influencing social norms. Gender norms are critical influencing factors and should be given due consideration in every intervention to ensure the success of the intervention in the long term.